A group of tourists were stunned when they saw the creature, as it looked like nothing they had ever seen before.
Unbelievable animals discovered in Madagascar that are not from Earth. And we're starting off with the Europlatus venatus. It's the satanic leaf-tailed gecko. I mean, come on. What name do you think's cooler? Not of this world. This gecko was spawned from the fiery pits of hell. Baddest gecko on the planet. Forget the typical gecko you might see like on a car insurance commercial. These things look like they were forged from magma. It gets its nickname for a reason. Its body is shaped like a dead leaf, and it has a tail that looks like it's just been like chewed up and spat out. This is no accident though. The gecko's appearance is its way of blending in with the forest environment of Madagascar. And this gecko has the ability to change color. It's not like a chameleon that shifts through a rainbow of colors, but more like it can match the color and pattern of its surroundings. Again, this helps the gecko avoid being someone else's lunch. Also, those eyes, they're huge, reddish orange, and have vertical pupils, super devilish looking. Their eyes are adapted for low light conditions, helping the gecko hunt for insects in the dimly lit forest. Feeding time for the satanic leaf-tailed gecko is another interesting bit. It's an insectivore, so it snacks on bugs. It's also a sit-and-wait predator, so it chills on a branch, perfectly camouflaged, and when an unsuspecting insect wanders by, it strikes with lightning speed. I think these are my new favorite type of gecko. Next, we have the Fangilabolo. The Fangilabolo is a cryptid that has been a source of terror in Madagascar for centuries, described as a giant bat creature. It is infamous for its nocturnal habits, residing in the caves of Ankarana National Park, standing at 5 feet tall with an imposing 7-foot wingspan. That would make it bigger than the biggest known bat species in the world, the giant crowned flying fox. It's said that the creature has a horrific habit of swooping down and tearing out people's hair. Luckily though, the beast only leaves the darkness of the caves at night. The Fangilabolo is also a nightmare for farmers. One of the other things this creature is notorious for is snatching away cattle. One tale goes that in the 1800s, two tribes engaged in this bitter dispute over missing livestock, and as the tribes were about to come to blows, the Fangilabolo swooped down from the night sky, snatching away a calf. The tribes each fled back home in complete terror, but at least the mystery was solved and their dispute was put to rest. There are still rare sightings of this supposed creature till this day. Next on the list, we have the Madagascar leaf-nosed snake. If there's any snake on this planet that looks like it's from the Star Trek universe, it's gotta be this one. The Madagascar leaf-nosed snake has a snout that looks like it's been flattened with a pancake flipper. It's incredibly bizarre looking. The snake is nocturnal though, and that flat snout is perfect for burrowing into the forest floor in search of prey. Like many creatures in Madagascar, this snake is all about blending in. Its body has a bark-like pattern that makes it practically disappear among the dead leaves and the debris of the forest floor. This makes it the perfect hunter. And speaking of hunter, the Madagascar leaf-nosed snake is carnivorous, eating lizards, frogs, and even some birds. They even go after chameleons. It's not an easy task hunting chameleons, but this snake uses its keen sense of smell to track them down, and with that flat snout, it can get right up close without the chameleon sensing any danger. Next up, we have eyes. These things look like creatures you'd see on whatever planet the Greys come from, just very creepy and alien looking. Eyes are some weird creatures. They're lemurs, but not the cute, fluffy ones you typically think of. These guys look like they've been pieced together from various different animals, and they're just really mangy looking. They have big eyes and bushy tails, which sounds cute, but their most distinctive feature is their freakishly long, thin fingers. Again, very alien looking. Their middle finger is especially elongated and is used for tapping on tree bark to locate grubs and insects hiding underneath. There's also a myth that these things are a harbinger of bad luck. Some folks in Madagascar, where eyes are found, believe these creatures are bad news. They're seen as omens of doom, and some even think that if an points its long, bony finger at you, you're in for some rough luck. And that bad luck starts with watching an eye stare into your soul with those yellow eyes and point at you. I dog on them, but some of them are, I guess, kind of cute, just in an ugly kind of way. Finally, though, we have Darwin's bark spider. Darwin's bark spider, a small arachnid native to Madagascar, is a creature that defies expectations with its seemingly disproportionate web building abilities. So the spider itself is very small, but its webs are colossal, sometimes spanning rivers. And they're sturdy. Like if you came across one without knowing anything about these spiders, you'd think Shelob was stalking through the forest. The silk they produce to construct their webs is very robust. In fact, it's even stronger than Kevlar. The females, which are significantly larger than the males, craft webs that can extend over rivers and other bodies of water, measuring up to sometimes 80 feet across. This adaptation is a strategic move to catch larger prey, such as insects flying over the water. The sturdiness of these webs is crucial for the survival of the species. The strength of their webs allows them to capture not only small insects, but also larger prey. And webs are often found with upwards of 30 prey insects entangled within them.